What's up, guys and gals? Welcome back to the Nerdcast. So today in the world of indie games, we're checking out a title called Beetle Uprising. It is exactly what it sounds like. This is a real-time strategy-based building game where you have like a colony full of beetles, and you must breed them in order to make them more effective at beetleizing, as it were. So anyways, we're going to dive on in today, see if this game is worth your notice, and if you wanted to add it to your wish list. Game's currently in early access, and it's been in development for a couple of years now, as you can tell by the title screen down here. So let's dive on in and see if we can figure this thing on out. I feel like I'm going to be a pretty good beetle overlord. Long and far did the matriarch travel to find us a new home. She fought for the future, and it gave her courage. Wave after wave of the enemy fell before her. And when the enemy committed all to the battle, so did she. Dude, did she just like self-destruct with her passing? We rise to take our place. Dude, she exploded herself in order to secure our future. Well, now I feel like the game has much more, has gravitas now. Alright, so we've apparently got a help screen. So we've got our nest, we've got selective breeding for our beetles. That's right, we get to breed the beetles out here. We can send our beetles out on a quest to slay the dragon, bro. Let's see here. We've also got, it's only the map of a vacant lot, okay. And then we also have missions. I can close that down. Alright, so apparently our beetles are going to need items in the nest. And so we can click over here in order to see what kind of stuff is around. We can double click on any item that we want, and we can put it inside here. So it looks like what kind of things do I have? Hold on, pause the game. Pause that game! Put it on the pause. Alright. So we've got the pumpkin seeds. We've got a slice of bread, which they apparently find to be acceptable. No better, no worse. Simply acceptable. We have a sugar cube. It's better than I thought, because I thought it was going to be tofu. So, bed of grass. Not as restful as leaves, but will last longer. And then apparently we have a bed of leaves as well. And then it looks like we have a burlap sack, which is apparently good for rubbing the dust of the day off of us. And then we have a pet rock. It will always be there, does not break, and is always loyal. So my beetles have like little dog toys they can play around? Alright, well let's put one of, oh, there's already a burlap thingy down right there. Never mind. I don't want to put the burlap thingy down. We already have one. Can I move it? Oh, I can. Nice. Alright, burlap thingy, you go over there. Apparently we have like a leaf bed right there. I'm going to take the leaf bed and put it over on that side. I don't think we need any more leaves. We already have bread. I don't know what that is. It's twine. Is it like a toy? Must be like a toy. It's got to be like a toy. Alright, so let's put in like another sleepy spot over here so that our beetles, because they are hideously ugly and no one will ever love them. But still, I'm sure they're going to try to do some level of adorable beetle stuff out here, and I'm just not buying it. Just flat out. I'm like, this is a disgusting animal. Absolutely not. I will put some snackies around here for my beetles. There we go. Just a couple little snackies. Just kind of bring them a little close, because I like to have breakfast in bed, you know what I mean? Like, sometimes you got to get down, you got to eat some cookies in the bed. It is what it is. All right, so put that over there. We've just got the twine thing over here. Maybe we'll put, like, all of our toys and stuff, like, down here. There we go. We'll put in some, like, toys. Perfect. All right, so we've got toys and things. Back to the game we go. So, like, what are our beetles right now? Apparently, we have Deggy Goopy and we have Zuck Gop. I would think that beetle naming conventions are slightly different than what I expected. Kind of is what it is, you know. Actually, a lot of these names right here are biblical. It's just like you guys haven't read the Bible enough, so like I'm just going to kind of leave it where it is. Let's see. We've got ourselves a map, and it looks like we've got our nest over here. Okay. We've got not welcome, our nest. A starting beetle has the basics to get the job done, but it is particularly lacking in armor. A handful of stragglers from the forces defeated by the matriarch are wandering around our doorstep. Roll over them with the unwelcome mat. Okay. Alright, so after a brief tutorial, the game actually does a pretty decent job of telling you, like, all the stuff that it's got going on. They hit you with a few menus, you know what I mean? They're gonna hit you with a couple of windows, but if you read carefully, they actually do a pretty good job of getting you all settled in. So we've got a couple of different tasks down here that are in our initial nest. We've got not welcome, which it wants us to do right now. It looks like we also have a... Let's see, this place will not provide the best, but it will give you some rest. Okay. Well, we've got like a resting spot, we've got a battle spot, we've got an exploration spot, and it looks like we've got like a harvest spot as well. We'll go with not welcome first. Alright, so it's time to make a swarm to go on the mission. Our selected beetle can be used to make a swarm of copies that will enter the battlefield. Okay. The slider will let you control the number of units in the swarm. We'll max it out, baby. I don't know if I should max it out, actually. We'll spend 20 goop on this thing, alright? I don't know what Gwyneth Paltrow has to do with this game, but apparently it's sponsored by her, so watch out. She's gonna try and shove eggs in your orifices. Let's begin the game and see what we got. Oh yeah, there's my little disgusting swarm of shiny little critters. I'm not super enthused about bugs, I'll be honest with you. Like, I have a weird infatuation with ants, which is why Empires of the Undergrowth works for me, is that, like, ants are kind of cool. Like, I had an ant colony when I was a kid with the little glass walls and everything on it, and you could, like, watch the ants do stuff, and it was kind of cool. Beetles, I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't know if they possess the same colonial sort of communal qualities that ants have. So we've got a swarm of beetles. We can click around and beetles, that doesn't look like 60 beetles to me. That looks like much less than 60 beetles. I'll be honest with you. I feel like I said 60, and I think they only brought in like 5. Alright, what are we doing here? What are we looking at? What are we trying to do? Our beetles will attack when they're close to enemies. Alright, so kill all the wandering enemies. Gotcha. I'm working on it. We're gonna find the enemy. We're gonna find these enemies and we're gonna bite them. There they are. Alright, enemies incoming. Commence the oh wow, they die quick. That was like super easy peasy. Oh, those ones have little stripies on them, dude. Kill the striped ones. There is only room for the metallic and greasy looking. If it is neither metallic nor greasy, we don't let it off easy. Like, I don't know. I was trying to come up with like a slogan for our colony. But, yeah. Nothing really came to mind that I think is really gonna look good on a billboard. I mean, we're talking about beetles here. You know, like, not a whole lot for the marketing department to work with. Hey, you, where you think you're going? You came to the wrong neighborhood, asshole. Where are you going? You better get back over here. Yeah. Look at you now. Look at you now. Apparently there's one left around here somewhere, but I can't seem to locate him. I wanted to get the bonus for wiping them out faster. Oh, never mind. There they are. Apparently I failed that mission, but it looks like they spawn out at a different rate. Unless they're like invisible and like covered, I don't know. I feel like we've done a decent amount of combat here. It's just that like some of these are like hiding in the rocks and things. Yeah, they're like coming out of places right now. Well, apparently I'm a massive failure. I only got a 66% on the test. Alright, I should have studied a little harder. We've got a, what is this right? What is that right there? Did we just get a new beetle? Is that like a new beetle egg? That's gotta be a new beetle egg. What is that, like a hazelnut? I was gonna say, yeah, it's a hazelnut. And then what is that right there? We've got a cotton towel. It is rubbed upon the carapace. Just do it. We also got 19 goop. Okay. And then we've got XP, which apparently we use for leveling. I didn't realize the game was gonna be this sophisticated. I didn't know I was doing like a complex JRPG of beetles right now. Let's see here. What does this do? Apparently I can look at my beetles. So I guess Zutgop is kind of like a green beetle with like some little spines. And then Deggy Goopy is also spiny, but also more of a metallic pink color. This guy is super unhappy right now, so maybe he should, yeah, you should go do some... You should definitely go do some beetle stuff. It'd be nice if I could click on him and like a little meter would come up with all of his stuff on him. I do think also the UI is a little utilitarian right now. I do think there are probably ways that you get the UI artistically to kind of agree with the design of the game a little bit better. But I find that with games like this a lot of the time, they tend to sort of have very, very minimal UIs, or at least very basic UIs. Alright, so this dude's over here eating a seed, doing what it does. Apparently we can actually replay that if we really want to. I don't really care altogether that much. Oh, apparently everybody is less than enthused about all the stuff we've got going on. Let's see here. Possible rewards. You will get a bed item, a grooming item, and a toy item. Alright, go do it. So I'll be out of the nest for 1 minute, and then we'll report the status of the task. Okay. Easy enough. Makes sense. Let's go back to base here. Alright, so inside of the base. This little dude, are you feeling better yet? Like... Apparently, our beetles all have diverse stats, too. So we have armor. We have ferocity. We have health. We have regeneration, I guess. And then on top of that, we have quickness and we have strength. So every beetle is kind of diversified out here. Like, our beetles have a very, very real amount of stuff that we need to be aware of. Alright, so we can rub off the dust of the day right there. I think we should probably, like, can I rotate this stuff? How do I rotate this? I want to rotate some of this stuff. That's what... Oh, I get it now. Okay, there we go. So, I just didn't want everything to be laying around facing the same direction, you know? It just seemed like lazy. Alright, well, Deggy Goopy is back, and he failed at his task. Deggy Goopy was a massive failure. I'm not going to tell him that to his face, because I think it would upset him. And, you know, I just don't want him to lose some of the shine and luster that's currently contained inside of that disgusting shell. But at the same time, you know, I'm trying to take care of the emotional well-being of the critter right now. What is this critter doing? This critter... Oh, he got stuck. Gotcha. Oh, the seeds were in the way so that they couldn't go play. That's definitely something, like, they need to, I guess, work around, I suppose. That's probably something that should be looked at. Make sure that they can actually, like, go over the top of some things. Are you guys good now? Are you still, like, upset? It looks like they're very... What are they doing? I think they're simultaneously rubbing themselves against the cotton. Oh, yeah, they're getting shinier. I can see them getting shinier and more metallic. Interesting. What are they doing, like socializing right now? Oh, yeah, look at that. They're doing like a little beetle dance. There's no, get it. Yup. What? Yeah. Okay, so they did like a happy little beetle dance, and now I guess they're playing with toys. I mean, I guess that's kind of cute, but not really, because at the end of the day, they're beetles. Like, I definitely feel like, so just hear me out here, hear me out here. Beetles are not known to be sort of like the cutest of animals. I feel like you could have made this exact same game, but with like literally any other animal that had fur. Like, you make some minor modification. Like, imagine if you had made this game, but with kittens instead of like greasy ass beetles. You know what I mean? Like, just think for a second. Or puppies, for God's sake. Like, okay, so let's modify the game. Post-apocalyptic world, cave full of puppies. You gotta go out and find toys so the puppies grow, they nurture, they get better, and then you take your pack out on, like, raids into other areas against, like, other dog packs and, like, little, you know, gaggles of squirrels and, like, little rabbit covens. See what I mean? It's just like, I don't like beetles. I don't like bugs in general. Like, I know they're trying really hard to be cute right now. I know they are. And, like, I applaud them for that. Like, I totally appreciate the fact that they are trying, okay? I appreciate it. Deggy Goopy, go get me some food. And then you go do well rested. Yes, you guys can be outside of the nest for a little bit. However, I do like the managerial aspects of the game. It's kind of cool. Yeah, they keep getting stuck on like the random... So that's something that definitely needs to be looked at and like fixed. Is they keep getting stuck on some of the environmental objects that they're using to like clean themselves or to like sleep or whatever else. So I get the feeling I was trying to organize everything, but I feel like maybe organizing stuff was a bad plan. Instead, we should kind of spread things out a little bit. While we wait for them... I suppose I could put in some sugar cubes. We'll leave them like a couple of like interesting things for when they come back. I do think for this portion of the game, it would be sort of a compelling idea to maybe allow like a little bit of a dungeon keeper mechanic. The game's in early access, so I'm just kind of suggesting things based on what I'm seeing here. But like it might be kind of interesting to like allow the player to dig out the base and create spaces and things for themselves instead of just giving them this neutral sort of lifeless area that they like interact with a little bit but they had no hand in creating. I find that it immerses the player a little bit more if they get to create the area in which they're sandboxing. So if you get to make your little rooms and make your little tunnels and stuff like that, even if there's not a whole lot to that mechanic, it still adds a self-created, like homemade, artisanal sort of feel to the base. Like a player gets to make their own thing. It makes them more attached to it. Oh, good. They both succeeded. So what is that right? Oh, it's just XP. Okay. So we've got leaves and we've got some other stuff. We got leaves and we got some food from what I can tell. And it looks like Deggy Goopy's actually pretty still happy. We should probably play around with the breeding system, right? We should probably do that. Actually, I feel like our beetles are going to be pretty well-rounded. It looks like they both kind of like make up for each other's weaknesses, in all honesty. How many uses does the twine have? Also, in addition, what does that thing do? I can juice the beetle? No, dude, I don't want to juice my beetle. Hold on. It's kind of a dick move. Why would I want to look at him right now? He's doing a little happy dance. Why would I juice him? Man. Out here being like, well, if you're done with this beetle, you don't find his personality compelling any longer, you just throw him in a blender. I'm like, damn, he's sociopath. Calm down. Alright, so we've got 2 parents. Oh, yeah, looky there. We've made more beetles. Okay. Well, I would like to potentially have a beetle that's fairly well-rounded. Like, this beetle right here seems to be pretty good, although that beetle has lackluster armor, which is kind of worrying. Maybe this one's the best one sort of all around. I mean, some of these guys have good stats, but their perception leaves something to be desired. I like the way they made it easy to eyeball which beetles are good, though. So, like, if they have yellow stats, it means they're above average. If they have red stats, it means they're below average of the parents. And then if it's just, like, you know, a white one, it means that it's an average. And so I like that. Like, even without knowing a whole lot about the stat system of the game, I like the way that you can just quickly eyeball. And it looks like we've got a filter for every stat over here, too, if you're trying to get them to fit in. Oh, it costs us goop to breed. Yeah, I get it. Everybody needs lubricant. Okay, let's see here. I don't know if I want to take... I'll probably take this guy. His name is Pat Gop. Don't we already have a... Oh, never mind. We have Zut Gop and we have Deggy Goopy. Oh, I thought it was going to be like a combination of the names. Gotcha. So this guy indicate... Oh, okay, so he needs medical. He's a baby, so he can't really go out and do a whole lot. And then his attack type is Bite. Gotcha. Okay, well, let's go back to the base real fast. Look, a new friend has arrived. Yay, new friends, new friends. I think Deggy Goopy is probably good to go grab us some more stuff. I feel like we're doing okay on food. Let me just kind of put the bread right there. I suppose I could put in a hazelnut. I mean, I'm not a big hazelnut guy, but somebody might be a hazelnut guy. You never know. Alright, so back to my beetles. Oh, they're eating the hazelnut right there. Lovely. Okay, so the hazelnut has been... Yeah, we're going to need to get some food pretty soon, I think. There's actually a whole apple right there. Like, an entire apple. How they brought that back, I don't know. Oh, wow, you just get a new beetle? Oh, I had no idea. Okay, so we have Chirapor, I guess. And then we also have Ranretsu. Okay, so we got beetles around. Sounds good. I'm going to put in another bed. We've already got 2 scrubby things ready to go. So I'm going to suggest that maybe we start doing some away missions or something. Let's take a look here. So we've got well rested on that side. Yeah, send out Deggy Goopy. Why not? We can send out somebody to explore. Yeah, send out Zutgop, I guess. We'll leave the infants inside of here for now. Yeah, we'll leave the infants inside of the base. I don't want them to end up getting wounded or anything else like that. But the parents can go out and do whatever. It looks like these little dudes are just like relaxing right now anyways. And it looks like every single member of our society kind of contributes XP to our overall level. That one's really, really shiny. I like that one the best. It's the most shiniest. Listen, there's not a lot of appealing factors about a beetle, okay? So I gotta go with shininess as like the main thing that I care about here. Hey, one of our beetles grew up. That was fast. I'm glad it didn't take that long. Oh, wow, when they grow up, you get a bunch of XP, too. So we completed the task for well rested. That means we've got a few more bed stuffs, and we found a cotton towel. Very nice. And then Zutgop was a massive, disgusting failure. Listen, Zutgop. Alright. I'm gonna need you to pull this together, brother. Otherwise, the colony is gonna starve, brother. I'm gonna need you to pull this off for me. Deggy Goopy, you can go back out on exploration. And I kind of wanted to get some more food, so I guess I'll send Pat Gop out on that. Pat Gop's got his own mission to take care of. These other couples should be grown pretty soon. I feel like we deployed all of them around about the same time. So their beetle growth should be about to finish. I wonder what happens when we hit level 2. Do we get research or something? Alright, so the beetles are fully grown. Means we can effectively send them out on other little tasks. I would suggest we send out Ranretsu. Sure, sounds good. And then we'll also send out Chirapur to go gather some more food. So pretty much everybody should be on a way mission right now. I think. Like, pretty much every single one of them should be running around and doing what it does. Alright, so tasks are about to be finished. Deggy Goopy, or Zutgot, brought back food. That's good. We're gonna need food. Food is good. And then apparently we've also completed around the nest, so a new task was discovered for junk collectors. We found another harvest, so that's good. We should have enough food and stuff to go around now, and in fact, the food's looking a little bit low right now. So it's probably a good thing that we brought that back when we did. Let's go ahead and throw some of the old pumpkin seeds out right here. And as they get to them, they get to them. Cotton towel's still looking good. Burlap sack still has a whole bunch of cleanings left on it. All right. Probably put a blueberry out here, too. I don't really like blueberries unless they're in something. I bought like a big tray of blueberries, like probably about 6 months ago, because I was like, I've never bought a tray of blueberries before. Like, I've had blueberries, but I always put them in muffins, or you always put them in like oatmeal. Like, you always put the blueberries in something else, right? You never just have like straight blueberry to the head, you know what I mean? And like, was not a fan of blueberries. Was not a fan. I was going like, Like, if I was really, really hungry, I guess. But, like, aside from that, I wasn't super sure that blueberries were for me. What does junk collectors do? So you've got a chance to get beds, grooming, so it's basically the same as well-rested? Okay. It's basically the same thing. I don't really want to scout for more resources. Yeah, send somebody out to explore the Red Rocks. Let's go see what's going on there. Alright, and then the rest of you, I would say... Yeah, just go get all the food. It's not like it rots or anything, so send everybody, I'm gonna try and like get rid of these tasks by just focusing on them, because we got plenty of grooming stuff and whatnot, so I might as well send these guys out to grab all the food before we do anything else. Alright, so coming up on the end of all that food harvesting, we'll see who was a failure and who pleased me. Oof. Alright, so apparently we've got a wooden building block. We also found a violet crystal cluster. Oh, wow. Okay, so we leveled up and we get all that stuff. Gotcha. Alright. Well, that's good to know. And one thing that I would say is the game is a little idle right now. So, like, you send the beetles out, they go do stuff, but, like, you don't have any agency in that. You're basically just waiting for the clock to tick down. An observation about that is that, like, giving the player some amount of agency or some ability to put hands on whatever is happening tends to keep them, like, engaged instead of just sitting here watching a number ticking down. My thought was that maybe, what if sometimes when they went out on those adventures, when the clock got down to, like, 5 seconds, not every time, but every now and again, they would have, like, you know, a little choose your own adventure type deal. Like a little window pops up with like decision making time. Like the beetle comes across, you know, a giant stone. Does he move it out of the way? Does he go around it? Does he do this? And like depending on what you choose, maybe the beetles could get different traits and things for being braver or smarter or more cunning and things of that nature. And that could also be passed down genetically. And when they get one of those perks, maybe it like actively raises one of their stats by like 2. You know what I mean? Like just little things like that, I think would help people get a little bit more bonded with the beetles that are growing inside of their colonies. And lend a little bit more personality to the animals that you're kind of filling your terrarium with. So apparently Chirapur got injured while exploring the Red Rocks. Oh, okay, little buddy. We'll get back on over here and heal on up. Poor little guy. He got busted. Apparently, the pet rock gives you, like, infinite usages. I can put another bed, I think, down around here somewhere. I do think that adding another one might not be a bad idea. Maybe I'll line them along the edges. Just to, like, try to make sure that everybody has a bed out here. There we go. So put some beds in like so, maybe? Oh, that one rotted. Okay. We'll put another bed down and over here. There we go. I think we've got enough beds to go around. At least for now. As far as our breeding protocol go, I would like to, like, breed some more beetles and kind of get that. What does the crystal do? Does it even do anything? It's just like a big shiny crystal. It's just like a decoration. Okay. Well, like, does this get any larger? Maybe I just filled it with too much stuff, but I do feel as though, what the? I have no idea what just happened, okay? Something just happened right there, and I don't know what it was. I don't know if the bread rotted, or if it was just no good. Oh, we found popcorn! Who doesn't love popcorn? Popcorn! Alright, well, you know what? This game actually was more than met the eye, in all honesty, although I think it could definitely benefit from having a little bit more depth with some of the attributes of the game or some of the mechanics of the game. I do actually think that there's more here than I initially thought. Hidden underneath this sort of like provincial UI, there are systems, like, and there are things to work on. There is like a little RTS combat system. There is like a breeding system, and there is a way for you to kind of work on your beetles and like try to make their bloodline stronger and make them more efficient and whatnot. And I do like that. So as with all early access games, at this point I'll just say, you know, polish and depth. Polish and depth. I think the core mechanics that they have here are cool. The game just needs more ways for the player to sort of bond with the critters that are occupying the nest and, you know, give them a little bit more personality. So anyways, I'll see y'all next time. If you want to get this game for yourself, it's on Steam right now. You can look down below in the description. Leave a like on it if you enjoyed the video. Also, check out the Twitch stream and the Discord channel, which I'll have linked for you down below. Hi to it. Take care, everybody. We have sifted through the pile, and we have found indie games. We will be back tomorrow with something hot and fresh off the indie skillet. Okay?